Hi y'all. So I actually have a bone to pick with some of y'all. It's actually not a bone that is pickable with everyone, which actually means like not everyone is guilty of this bone. It's also not an original bone, which by the way, Original Bone, awesome band name. I'm talking about people being just really mean or gross people on the internet. I have a famous kitty cat, and his name is Franzi, since you asked. But he made himself famous because he's adorable and he does tricks. And there's a kitty video called Best Kitty Hug Ever. It's got like over 6 million views or something. People make comments on the video and it says things like, "Oh, that lady sounds like she's having an orgasm." Gross. "Oh, that sounds like porn." And my question for you, disgustinoids, is what kind of porn are you watching that a woman saying, "What a cute kitty I have," sounds like porn? And you're just way too exposed to porn, and it's gross that that's the first thing you think. And it's also not original because it happens like 72 times in a row. And anyway, this show is about strangers on the internet asking me to make drinks for them, and I does it. And so the one that I selected to make today was actually a request. It's kind of vague. Her name is @SassyHasCat, which I like. That's really just great. Fave, cocktail, and type of cat. Well, my official answer to both of those questions is whichever one I'm holding at the time. Actually stole that answer from my friend Zara Bates, so whatever. There's no copywriting sarcasm. So I'm gonna go ahead and consider that dealer's choice because I hate choosing favorites anyway. And I'm gonna show you a cocktail that I created recently for a restaurant that's pretty close to my house here. And I'm calling it a Rye Tai. And that's because it's made with rye whiskey and it is a variation, almost an exact copy, of a Mai Tai, the classic Mai Tai. And here we go. So this cocktail is starting with just a dash of Angostura bitters. Angostura, what is that? It's salt and pepper for your cocktails. It really just kind of adds some seasoning and sort of bonds all the ingredients together. Orgeat. This is an almond syrup. If you have a nut allergy, you can't have this because it's really just pressed almonds. And this one in particular is made by a friend of mine named Randy Tarlow. It's Liquid Alchemist. I think you could buy it online and stuff. Next ingredient is some lime. It's getting a 3/4 of an ounce. I'll just do my little handy jigger here. And so if you are doing this at home and you aren't interested in precision or you don't have a jigger, then you can just do about a half of a lime. The reason you have to measure is because one lime could have an ounce, one lime could have a half an ounce, one lime could have an ounce and a half. So, just saying like a lime is really imprecise. A lime is not actually a unit of measurement. This is an authentic, delicious curacao. What is curacao? It's made with curacao oranges, and it has a cognac base. The star of the show is rye whiskey, but I've actually done something funny with it. It's got this little red line on it to differentiate it from my rye whiskey, my Knob Creek rye, that has not been funnied with. You see it's kind of cloudy. I actually infused it with mango. That's how this should happen. 2 full ounces of the mango-infused Knob Creek rye whiskey. The rye whiskey is a little spicier as compared to, say, bourbon because it's made with rye grain. You just think about rye bread being spicier than cornbread. I'm actually going to use crushed ice in this drink. You don't have to use crushed ice, but it's just fun. The Mai Tai usually features crushed ice. I'm going to do a technique where I just use a little bit of the crushed ice to create a little bit of dilution and aeration. And then I'm going to pour it over a little bit of cubed ice and cap it with some more crushed. All right, I'm getting there. So just do that until it all dilutes and you don't hear any more of the ice bouncing around in there. I'm actually going to do just a little hybrid because I don't want it to over dilute. And give this a nice little cap here. I'm an excellent tenor. All right, give it a little head. That's dirty. Give it a nice big white head. Oh yeah! I have to get a straw. I'm gonna cut this down a little bit so that it's just the right size for our drink. And then, because this is a kind of fancy tropical drink, it's actually kind of in the category of a tiki or a swizzle. A lot of fun garnishes is in order. That was bad grammar. A lot of fun garnishes are in order to let us know that there's lime in there, and that'll also give us some of the aroma of the lime. Oh my goodness. What? Oh, oops. Actually, I don't want that one. That's perfect. I'm going to do just one more little aromatic hit with some canela, commonly called cinnamon. It's Mexican tree bark, but yeah, it's like cinnamon. That's going to really be a nice pairing with the wood from the whiskey. Oh my gosh. This is it. So this is currently my favorite drink because I'm holding it. And then sometime I'm going to be holding a kitty cat and he'll be my favorite. Anyway, ready? Okay, I am. So amazing. It's fruity, but really, really dry. The mango's really coming through. The orange is really bonding with that mango, but the orange in it is super dry too. Spicy notes, delicious notes, delicious! Yay! This is a Rye Tai.